Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you found your way here. Let us help you fall asleep. Let's begin with Atlas and the Fates, the destiny that never changed. Armed to peace, take a slow, deep breath in and release it. Let the centuries fade away as we drift through the quiet echoes of the past. Your mind is calm. The ruins are peaceful, and we are ready to explore. Atlas, a figure rooted in ancient mythology, embodies the concept of endurance and strength. This titan, often depicted bearing the weight of the heavens on his shoulders, symbolizes a profound sense of burden and responsibility. In classical texts, his story intertwines with that of the gods, illustrating a perpetual struggle between power and duty. The origins of this figure can be traced back to the regions once inhabited by the ancient Greeks, where he was revered among the pantheon of deities. In these narratives, Atlas serves as both a guardian and a prisoner, forever tasked with an unyielding burden. This duality reflects the complexity of his character, where strength is coupled with the weight of consequence. In various artistic representations, the muscular form of Atlas is often shown in a moment of strained effort, a visual reminder of the physical limitations encountered in the pursuit of strength. These portrayals capture the essence of resilience as well as the inevitable fatigue that accompanies such relentless endeavor. The legacy of Atlas extends beyond mere myth, influencing cultural perceptions of endurance throughout history. His name resonates across literature and philosophy, evoking the image of unwavering strength amidst the trials of existence. This archetype continues to inspire reflections on human perseverance, echoing through the ages, untouched by the passage of time. The origin of Atlas in Greek mythology reveals a figure burdened with immense weight and responsibility. He is often depicted as a titan, the progeny of Iapetus and Clymene, standing at the edge of the earth, holding up the heavens. This image serves as a powerful symbol of strength and endurance. Though the myth carries deeper implications, it is said that Atlas was condemned by Zeus after the Titan's defeat, tasked with eternal punishment for his role in the rebellion against the Olympian gods. The mountains of the ancient world are sometimes likened to this titan's form, as the Greeks believed he held the celestial sphere aloft. This connection between the physical landscape and mythological narrative intertwines human experience with the natural world. The imagery of Atlas became prevalent in classical art, where he was often portrayed with a globe on his shoulders, embodying the weight of the cosmos. Legends surrounding this character varied across regions, highlighting the complexity of his significance. In some versions, he is a protector of knowledge, serving as a guardian of celestial secrets. The duality of his existence, both a figure of burden and a custodian of wisdom, reflects the intricate relationship between humanity and the cosmos, a theme that resonates throughout the lore of ancient civilizations. The Titans held a prominent place in pre-Olympian cosmology, embodying the primal forces that shaped the universe. These colossal beings represented the raw elements and fundamental concepts governing aspects of existence long before the ascendance of the Olympian gods. Their vastness and strength contrasted sharply with the more human-like attributes of later deities. In this ancient hierarchy, they symbolized the balance of creation and destruction, manifesting in both nurturing and chaotic forms. Earth, sky, and sea. Each had its titan, reflecting the natural world's complex interdependencies. This connection established a framework through which early societies understood their environment and existence. The Titan's reign was marked by both unity and conflict, illustrating the inherent tensions in nature itself. The generational struggle between the Titans and the Olympians underscored the shifting paradigms of power and order. This transition was not merely a battle for supremacy, but a profound reimagining of divine authority and its relationship to humanity. The Titans, despite their eventual defeat, left an indelible mark on the collective consciousness, representing the remnants of a world where elemental forces dictated fate. Such narratives influenced subsequent cultural beliefs, echoing through literature and art. They served as reminders of the foundational myths that shaped civilizations, highlighting humanity's quest for understanding in an ever-evolving cosmos. Atlas, often depicted as a colossal figure, embodies the weight of the heavens upon his shoulders. This image resonates deeply across cultures, signifying the burden of knowledge and responsibility. In various interpretations, he represents not just physical strength, but also the intellectual and spiritual aspirations of humanity. The act of bearing the heavens serves as a metaphor for the pursuit of enlightenment and the desire to comprehend the universe's mysteries. In ancient art and literature, this figure is frequently associated with endurance and resilience. They illustrate the struggle against the forces of chaos, emphasizing the notion that knowledge requires immense effort and sacrifice. Such representations reflect a broader theme found in many civilizations: the tension between human ambition and the limitations imposed by nature. The association of Atlas with celestial bodies further enriches this symbolic narrative. It suggests a connection between the individual and the cosmos, an acknowledgement of humanity's place within the greater scheme of existence. The stars, once seen as guides and markers of time, echo the aspirations of those who sought to understand their own lives through observation and contemplation. This rich tradition of symbolism continues to resonate, influencing contemporary interpretations and inspiring modern thinkers to explore the delicate balance between knowledge and responsibility in an ever-changing world. The Moirai, often referred to as the Fates, embody the profound belief in determinism within ancient Greek culture. These three sisters, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, represent distinct yet interconnected aspects of life. Clotho spins the thread of life, signifying the beginning of existence. Lachesis measures its length, determining the span of each individual's journey. Atropos, the eldest, wields the shears, decisively cutting the thread, thus marking the end of one's life. In this society, the understanding of fate was deeply intertwined with concepts of divine will and human agency. Individuals found themselves navigating a landscape where their destinies were often perceived as preordained. The Moirai were not merely figures of myth, they were integral to the philosophical discourse surrounding free will. Scholars and philosophers pondered the implications of their existence, debating the tension between fate and autonomy. Artistic representations frequently captured these figures in intricate detail, underscoring their significance in rituals and daily life. Temples dedicated to them served as places for supplication, where individuals sought favor or understanding regarding their circumstances. Reverence for the Moirai offered a means to confront the uncertainties of existence, reflecting a broader cultural acknowledgement of mortality and the mysteries that linger beyond the mortal realm. This acceptance shaped their worldview, allowing for a blend of hope and resignation in the face of fate. The fates held a profound influence over the threads of human destiny, weaving a complex narrative that intertwined lives and choices. Clotho, the spinner of the thread, initiated the journey of each individual, her fingers deftly crafting the beginning of existence. This act of creation signified not only birth, but also the potential for myriad paths, shaping the foundation upon which human experience rested. Lachesis, the allotter, followed closely in her sister's wake, measuring the length of each thread, determining the span of one's life. This meticulous assessment brought an element of inevitability to existence, a reminder that each moment was finite and precious. The lives of individuals unfurled under her watchful eye, revealing a spectrum of possibilities and limitations defined by the lengths she chose. Atropos, the final sister, wielded the shears that severed the threads, marking the end of existence. This gentle yet definitive act served as a reminder of life's transience. The fates, through their interconnected roles, underscored a universal truth. While choices and actions shaped lives, ultimate control lay beyond human grasp. Their influence permeated cultures and philosophies, resonating deeply within the collective consciousness, fostering an understanding that destiny remained a delicate balance between individual agency and the inexorable pull of fate. Atlas, often depicted as the Titan bearing the weight of the heavens, embodies the burden of responsibility that transcends mere physical strength. This figure's connection to the fates, the weavers of destiny, illustrates a profound interplay between labor and the unfolding of individual paths. The fates, personified as three sisters, spin, measure, and cut the thread of life, operating within a framework that influences all beings. In this intricate relationship, Atlas serves as a reminder that while choices may be made, the broader tapestry of existence is shaped by forces beyond comprehension. The fates determine the threads woven into destiny, yet Atlas's steadfastness in holding the heavens signifies the weight of those choices. This region of thought reflects the belief that personal struggles and responsibilities are inexorably linked to a larger cosmic order. These myths suggest that every action reverberates through time, creating ripples that touch the lives of others. The interplay between these figures emphasizes the duality of existence. The individual's journey is both an act of will and a surrender to the universal plan. As one contemplates the life of Atlas and the fates, a quiet acknowledgement arises. Life's trajectory is shaped by both the conscious decisions made and the unseen forces that guide them. This eternal connection remains a cornerstone of ancient wisdom. The geography of myth weaves through various landscapes that resonate with the legacy of Atlas. This Titan, often depicted burdened by the heavens, is closely associated with the Atlas Mountains in North Africa. Rising majestically, these mountains create a natural barrier separating the Mediterranean coastline from the arid Sahara Desert. Their peaks, often shrouded in snow, contrast sharply with the surrounding dry plains, embodying the duality present in many ancient narratives. In addition to mountains, certain islands have claimed ties to Atlas. The fabled Atlantis, described by Plato, is thought to have once occupied a prominent place on the map of human memory. This island, with its advanced civilization, serves as a symbol of both grandeur and loss, echoing the themes of ambition and consequence inherent in Atlas's tale. In the realm of the Mediterranean, it is also said that the Pillars of Hercules, now known as the Strait of Gibraltar, mark the boundary of the known world. These pillars, attributed to Atlas, signify a threshold between the familiar and the unknown, illustrating the Titan's role as a guardian of knowledge. Each of these locations, whether mountains or islands, contributes to the intricate narrative surrounding Atlas, offering a glimpse into the way geography shapes myth and understanding throughout history. The enduring essence of these connections continues to intrigue scholars and enthusiasts alike. The cultural significance of Atlas in ancient Greece reflects the complexities of human understanding and the interplay between mythology and daily life. This figure, often depicted bearing the weight of the heavens, symbolizes not only strength but also the burdens of existence. His portrayal in art and literature serves as a reminder of the ancient perception of cosmic order and chaos. In many ways, it represents the duality of man's struggle against nature and fate. The myth of Atlas resonates through various narratives, illustrating the consequences of defiance against the will of the gods. This character embodies the notion that one's actions are often met with repercussions, a theme prevalent in Greek tragedies. The reverberations of Atlas extend beyond mythology into the realm of geography. The name itself is immortalized in cartography, as the term for collections of maps derives from his legacy. This connection emphasizes the ancient Greeks' desire to explore and document their world. Artistic expressions, such as sculptures and pottery, frequently depict Atlas, serving as a cultural artifact that conveys the values and beliefs of the time. These representations reveal a society grappling with existential questions while seeking to understand its place within the universe. Thus, the legacy of Atlas continues to echo through the ages, embodying the intricate relationship between humanity and the cosmos. Art and literature from ancient civilizations reflect the profound impact of Atlas on cultural narratives. Various forms of artistic expression depict him as a titan bearing the celestial sphere upon his shoulders, illustrating the weight of the heavens he carries. These representations often convey not only physical strength, but also the burden of responsibility and endurance. In sculpture, the muscular form of Atlas is meticulously carved, each detail emphasizing the strain of eternal duty, a silent testament to his role in the cosmic order. Literary works from ancient Greece and Rome further explore these themes. Poets invoke his name to symbolize resilience amidst struggle, portraying him as a figure of unwavering strength in the face of adversity. In narratives, Atlas serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and the vastness of the universe. His character often intertwines with the fates of heroes, their journeys reflecting the trials faced in a world governed by forces beyond human control. These interpretations reveal a shared understanding of life's burdens, woven into the fabric of human experience. The legacy of Atlas resonates within these artistic expressions, serving as a bridge between the tangible and the ethereal. Through time, his image remains a profound symbol of endurance, encapsulating the eternal human quest for meaning within the cosmos. The Titanomachy marked a significant conflict, pitting the Titans against the Olympian gods. Led by Zeus, Atlas, a prominent figure among the Titans, stood resolute in this struggle for dominion over the universe. This region, rich in mythological significance, witnessed fierce battles that reshaped the ancient world. The Titans, representing primordial forces, faced off against the younger Olympians. Avars, Antrithum, primordial forces, faced off against the younger Olympians, who sought to establish their reign. Atlas, known for his immense strength, fought valiantly, embodying the Titan cause. His role was not merely one of brute force, It was emblematic of the old order resisting the new. As the war raged, a clash of powerful entities reverberated across the heavens and the earth, altering the landscape of mythology forever. In the aftermath, the defeat of the Titans led to profound consequences. Zeus, victorious, dealt with the captured Titans in various ways. Atlas, specifically, was condemned to hold up the sky for eternity, a punishment reflecting his pivotal role in the rebellion. This act served as a reminder of the price of defiance and the re-establishment of cosmic order. Legends surrounding Atlas's burden became a metaphor for struggle, resilience, and the weight of existence itself. These narratives continued to echo through subsequent generations, fostering an enduring fascination with the complexities of power and responsibility in the ancient world. The consequences of Atlas's actions reflect a profound commentary on justice within mythology. Condemned to bear the weight of the heavens, this Titan's punishment serves as a reminder of the intricate balance between strength and consequence. In this narrative, the burden symbolizes not only physical endurance, but also the moral weight of defiance against divine authority. This region, rich in ancient lore, encapsulates the struggles faced by those who challenge the established order. The towering mountains and vast landscapes resonate with the tales of titanic figures, where each stone seems to whisper the trials endured by Atlas. The gravity of his plight emphasizes the ethos of accountability that permeates these timeless stories. The mythological framework offers insight into societal values. The notion of punishment demanded by the fates suggests an inherent belief in cosmic order, where every transgression is met with an inevitable response, reinforcing the principle of balance. This dynamic reflects a cultural understanding that actions bear consequences, shaping collective moral narratives. These ruins, remnants of an era steeped in myth, stand as silent witnesses to the philosophical inquiries posed by ancient civilizations. The tales of Atlas and the Fates invite contemplation of justice, responsibility, and the enduring legacies of choices made, resonating through the ages with quiet persistence. The concept of burden weaves through the narrative of Atlas, embodying the weight of human struggle. This figure, often depicted with the world upon his shoulders, serves as a metaphor for the challenges faced in life within various cultures. The image of Atlas transcends mere mythology, reflecting the collective anxieties and aspirations of humanity. It symbolizes the relentless effort required to navigate existence, where each individual bears their own weight, an echo of shared experience. Lotheus Impusunhun. Ancient inscriptions reveal the depth of this metaphor. They speak not only of physical labor, but also of emotional and psychological burdens. The act of carrying an immense load becomes a universal experience, illustrating the resilience required to endure life's trials. These ruins resonate with stories of sacrifice and perseverance, offering insight into the human condition. Artifacts unearthed from long-forgotten civilizations suggest a deep understanding of the duality of strength and vulnerability. The struggle to uphold values, family, and community bonds often parallels Atlas's eternal task. Such representations indicate a profound recognition of the interconnectedness of individual and societal burdens, emphasizing the necessity of mutual support. This enduring allegory of Atlas continues to inspire reflection on how personal and collective responsibilities shape the narrative of human existence, creating an unbroken thread through history. The Fates' influence permeates ancient narratives, embodying the delicate balance between autonomy and predestination. They are often depicted as three sisters, meticulously spinning, measuring, and cutting the threads of life. This intricate process symbolizes the inextricable link between the individual and their fate, a notion that resonates throughout various cultures. Each thread represents a life, interwoven into a greater fabric that transcends time. In this region, the stories of the Fates reveal a deep understanding of the complexities of existence. They serve as a reminder of the inherent unpredictability of life, where moments of joy and sorrow are but strands in a larger design. The act of weaving becomes an analogy for the experiences that shape identity, illustrating how personal choices interlace with the inexorable flow of destiny. These ancient civilizations revered the Fates, often invoking their names in prayers and rituals, seeking their favor for favorable outcomes. Temples and shrines dedicated to these divine figures speak to an age-old desire for guidance amid uncertainty. Such reverence reflects a cultural acknowledgement of the unseen forces that influence human affairs. The threads of destiny continue to resonate, echoing through the ages. Their quiet presence serves as a testament to the shared journey of humanity, marked by the delicate interplay of fate and free will. The World Atlas, an embodiment of human curiosity and exploration, serves a dual purpose as a geographical tool and a canvas for celestial understanding. Ancient maps reveal more than just terrestrial landscapes. They encapsulate the beliefs and aspirations of civilizations long past. Each line, etched onto parchment or carved into stone, reflects a quest for knowledge, a desire to chart the unknown. These maps often featured not only earthly features, but also celestial bodies, intertwining the terrestrial with the cosmic. Stars and constellations were meticulously documented, guiding navigators across vast oceans and deserts. This region, where Earth meets sky, highlights the ancient perception that the universe was a coherent whole, each part influencing the other. Celestial depictions conveyed a deeper symbolism, suggesting that human fate was intertwined with the movements of heavenly bodies. The planets and stars were not mere points of light. They were considered harbingers of fortune and misfortune, their paths dictating the rhythms of life. In this light, ancient maps functioned as more than navigational aids. They were sacred texts, infusing the mundane act of travel with spiritual significance. The alignment of stars and the contours of the earth reflected a profound understanding of existence, illustrating humanity's enduring quest for meaning within the vastness of the universe. These ancient civilizations grappled with the duality of fate and free will, contemplating the extent to which individual choices shaped their destinies. Philosophers and scholars debated the nature of human agency against the backdrop of celestial movements, pondering whether lives were preordained or self-determined. This region hosted vibrant discussions in marketplaces, under shade trees, and within temple walls, where the interplay of fate and autonomy became a central theme in their cultural narratives. Mythologies, rich with allegory, depicted deities that controlled the threads of destiny, often portraying mortals as pawns in a cosmic game. Characters within these stories faced dilemmas that echoed the philosophical inquiries of their time, illustrating a struggle between submission to divine will and the assertion of personal choice. This tension was not merely rhetorical, it influenced governance, ethics, and social structures, shaping the very fabric of daily life. On these ruins, inscriptions reveal reflections on accountability, urging harmony between one's actions and the predetermined order. The pursuit of knowledge and wisdom emerged as a counterbalance to the acceptance of fate, fostering a belief in the power of human intellect. Consequently, the discourse surrounding fate and free will continued to evolve, leaving an indelible mark on subsequent generations, who would carry the weight of these ancient contemplations into their own narratives. This weight of ancient contemplations found its way into Roman culture, where the figures of Atlas and the Fates held a distinct significance. Atlas, that primordial titan, became a symbol of endurance and strength. His image graced sculptures and mosaics, often depicted bearing the heavens with a stoic resolve. This portrayal resonated deeply within Roman society, reflecting their own ideals of duty and responsibility. The concept of carrying immense burdens aligned with the virtues admired by the Romans. The Fates, personified as three sisters, wove the threads of human destiny. Their presence in literature and art emphasized the belief that life was governed by a predetermined order, a notion that resonated with the Roman understanding of divine intervention. Rituals and ceremonies often invoked these deities, seeking favor or insight into the complex interplay of fate and free will. Philosophers, too, engaged with these themes, contemplating the nature of destiny in relation to virtue and moral choice. The writings of Seneca and Cicero reflected this dialogue, revealing an ongoing struggle to reconcile human agency with the inescapable threads spun by the fates. In this way, the influence of Atlas and the Fates permeated the very fabric of Roman thought, shaping their worldview and underscoring the complexities of existence within their expanding empire. Hellenistic interpretations of Atlas in literature reveal a rich tapestry of philosophical exploration. These narratives portray Atlas not merely as a titan burdened by the weight of the heavens, but as a symbol of endurance and the human condition. Through poetic verses, writers captured the essence of his eternal struggle, reflecting deeper existential questions concerning fate and free will. In various texts, Atlas emerges as a figure of wisdom, often advising heroes and mortals. This aspect of his character signifies the importance of knowledge in navigating life's uncertainties. The stories suggest that understanding one's limitations can lead to a more profound acceptance of fate, an idea that resonated deeply within Hellenistic culture. The imagery associated with Atlas, mountains, celestial spheres, and boundless horizons, evokes a sense of both awe and introspection. Writers such as Apollonius of Rhodes drew parallels between Atlas and the human experience, emphasizing the burdens individuals carry throughout their lives. His portrayal in works inspired by myth redefined Atlas, transforming him from a mere mythological figure into a poignant reflection of resilience and the intrinsic challenges of existence. The exploration of these themes in literature illustrates how Hellenistic thought grappled with the concepts of destiny and human agency, ensuring that Atlas's legacy endured in the collective consciousness. The evolution of Atlas in Renaissance art marks a significant transformation in the representation of this mythological figure. Artists of this period began to imbue Atlas with a sense of humanism, reflecting broader cultural shifts. This region saw a renewed interest in classical antiquity, prompting creators to reinterpret ancient themes through a contemporary lens. In various depictions, Atlas emerges as a symbol of the burden of knowledge and individual responsibility. The weight of the world, often rendered in marble or paint, serves as a poignant reminder of the human condition. Artists conveyed not only physical strength but also a profound emotional depth, inviting viewers to contemplate the struggles inherent in existence. This alignment with human experience bridges the gap between the divine and mortal realms. Malate, statues and paintings from this era often highlight the muscularity of Atlas, emphasizing both his physicality and the psychological weight he bears. The rich details in the artwork invite close examination, revealing textures and expressions that evoke empathy. In these representations at dawns, it is apparent that the figure of Atlas transcends mere myth, becoming a reflection of Renaissance ideals and the quest for knowledge. The enduring legacy of Atlas continues to resonate as artists draw inspiration from this ancient symbol to explore contemporary themes of burden and resilience. Classical works often present the Fates as formidable figures, each with distinct roles in the weaving of destiny. Clotho, the spinner, creates the thread of life. Lachesis, the measure, determines its length, and Atropos, the cutter, decides the moment of death. Their portrayals emphasize a profound sense of inevitability, embodying the belief that human lives are intricately bound to a predetermined order. In these ancient depictions, the fates loom large, often depicted with austere expressions, their presence invoking both reverence and fear. In contrast, modern interpretations of the fates reveal a shift in perspective. Contemporary artists tend to focus more on the human experience within the context of fate, exploring themes of choice, autonomy, and the interplay between destiny and free will. These representations often soften the fates' imposing characteristics, presenting them as guides rather than arbiters of doom. The visual language has evolved, incorporating vibrant colors and dynamic forms, suggesting that the influence of the fates is not solely one of control but also of possibility. This evolution reflects broader societal changes in understanding the nature of destiny. While ancient narratives emphasized submission to fate, modern works invite contemplation of individual agency, revealing an ongoing dialogue between the ancient and contemporary views on existence and the forces that shape it. The influence of Atlas in contemporary literature manifests through various interpretations and adaptations that explore enduring themes of burden and resilience. This figure, once emblematic of eternal struggle, transforms in modern texts into a symbol of human perseverance against the weight of existence. Writers draw upon the mythic imagery, utilizing it to discuss contemporary challenges such as environmental crises and societal pressures, evoking the timeless struggle to balance personal desires with collective responsibilities. In this analysis, Atlas becomes a conduit for exploring the implications of individual choices. Characters inspired by this archetype often grapple with their roles within systems far beyond their control, echoing the ancient myth's core of inevitable fate. Literary works frequently juxtapose personal narratives against the vastness of the universe, highlighting the intrinsic tension between individual agency and predestined paths. This complex portrayal extends beyond literature into various art forms, where the visual representation of Atlas reflects a shared human experience. The figure's depiction evolves, resonating with the contemporary audience's aspirations and vulnerabilities. By reinterpreting Atlas, authors and artists invite reflection on the nature of strength and the burdens carried in pursuit of meaning. This ongoing dialogue reaffirms that while the context may shift, the fundamental exploration of existence remains a constant thread in human expression. The legacy of Atlas permeates modern language, offering a lens through which the weight of responsibility is articulated. His name signifies endurance, as seen in the phrase "carrying the weight of the world," often invoked when discussing burdens in personal and professional realms. This imagery illustrates the psychological strain individuals can experience under the pressures of life. References to Atlas extend into various idioms, such as "Atlas shrugged," which encapsulates moments of resignation and the limits of one's capacity to bear responsibility. This phrase resonates in discussions about societal expectations and the human condition, reflecting the timeless struggle against overwhelming demands. Contemporary literature often employs Atlas as a symbol of resilience, illustrating characters who grapple with their burdens while seeking meaning. The metaphorical usage allows for a rich exploration of human emotions, providing a shared vocabulary for expressing complex experiences. In academic and philosophical circles, the figure of Atlas invites deeper contemplation of the human psyche. Scholars discuss the implications of bearing weight, suggesting that the mythic figure embodies the intersection of strength and vulnerability. These reflections contribute to a broader understanding of how ancient narratives continue to shape modern thought, emphasizing the enduring relevance of Atlas and the lessons embedded within his story. The Fates have woven their influence through various forms of popular culture, manifesting in literature, film, and beyond. This ancient trio, often depicted as spinning, measuring and cutting the threads of life, has captured the imagination of creators across centuries. Their presence can be felt in modern narratives, where themes of destiny and free will are explored with a nod to their ancient roots. In contemporary literature, the fates serve as a symbol of inevitable outcomes, guiding characters toward their destinies, often with an air of resignation. This complex interplay between choice and fate resonates within the pages of novels, where authors draw upon the archetypal figures to enrich their storytelling. Their influence extends to graphic novels, where visual representations breathe new life into their mythos, allowing for innovative interpretations. Film adaptations frequently depict the fates as ethereal beings, cloaked in mystery and authority. These portrayals evoke an unsettling reminder of the limits of human agency. Audiences encounter them in fantastical narratives, where the threads of fate intertwine with the journeys of heroes and heroines. The visual medium amplifies their presence, making the concept of destiny tangible and immediate. Through these cultural expressions, the fates endure as a reminder of the delicate balance between control and surrender, echoing the ancient wisdom that pervades human experience. The interplay between Atlas and the fates invites a rich exploration within psychological analysis. The burden of Atlas symbolizes the weight of responsibility and expectation, a theme deeply rooted in the human psyche. It reflects the struggle many face when confronted with the demands of their roles and the inevitable constraints imposed by fate. This connection reveals how individuals often grapple with their agency in a world that feels predetermined, governed by forces beyond their control. These psychological dynamics manifest in various forms. Individuals may experience anxiety stemming from the pressure to fulfill societal expectations, while simultaneously wrestling with the acceptance of fate. This tension can lead to a profound internal conflict where the desire for autonomy clashes with an understanding of life's inherent unpredictability. The narrative of Atlas serves as a poignant metaphor for these struggles, illustrating the burden that can arise from an overwhelming sense of duty. Examining this intersection allows for a deeper understanding of resilience and acceptance. The journey toward integrating the Atlas archetype involves recognizing that while some aspects of existence are immutable, personal responses and adaptations remain within individual control. This interplay illuminates the complexity of human experience, encapsulating the eternal quest for meaning amidst the uncertainty of fate, fostering a nuanced perspective on personal growth and psychological well-being. The role of destiny in ancient Greek tragedies serves as a profound reflection of human existence. These narratives often depict individuals ensnared within the web of fate, a force that governs their lives with an unwavering hand. The characters, whether noble or common, grapple with their predetermined paths, illustrating the limitations of free will in the face of greater cosmic designs. In these stories, the gods frequently intervene, their whims shaping the lives of mortals. The tragic hero, often marked by a tragic flaw, embarks on a journey toward inevitable ruin, highlighting the tension between human ambition and the constraints imposed by fate. This inevitability fosters a sense of pathos as the audience witnesses the slow unraveling of lives once filled with hope and promise. The chorus plays a critical role, echoing the sentiments of inevitability and reflection. Their lyrical commentary adds depth to the emotional landscape, emphasizing the futility of resistance against destiny. Each tragedy unfolds as a meditation on the human condition, probing the depths of despair and the search for redemption. Every act reinforces the notion that despite personal choices, the threads of destiny remain tightly woven, leading to an inescapable conclusion. The quiet acceptance of fate becomes a central theme, resonating through the ages, reminding all of the delicate balance between human aspiration and the relentless march of destiny. Cultural syncretism surrounding Atlas reveals the intricate web of interactions among ancient civilizations. In this region, the figure of Atlas transcended borders, embodying various interpretations that echoed the values and aspirations of diverse societies. The Greeks, with their rich mythological tapestry, envisioned him as a titan burdened with the heavens. This image resonated deeply within their understanding of strength and perseverance. Nearby, the Romans adopted the figure, integrating it into their own societal constructs. Here, Atlas became a symbol of navigation and the cosmos, reflecting the empire's vast reach and ambition. Artistic representations flourished, showcasing the Titan in repose, holding celestial spheres, a representation of order amid chaos. These depictions served as a reminder of humanity's place within the universe. In the East, interpretations of Atlas emerged that emphasized balance and harmony. Philosophies rooted in nature often intertwined with the Titan's identity, suggesting a connection between earthly pursuits and the celestial. These perspectives highlighted the importance of coexistence, weaving the figure into the fabric of daily life and spirituality. Throughout history, the legacy of Atlas persists, manifesting in literature, art, and philosophy. Each culture contributed layers of meaning, enriching the narrative of a solitary figure who, though bound by destiny, inspired countless interpretations across time and space. The echoes of this shared legacy endure, linking civilizations through a common thread of understanding. The influence of Atlas in ancient Egyptian mythology reveals a fascinating convergence of cultural narratives. This figure, often associated with strength and endurance, found a place within the metaphysical framework of the Egyptian pantheon, represented not as a singular entity but rather as a symbolic concept. It infused various myths with its essence, embodying the weight of the world borne by the deities. In this region, the gods were believed to uphold cosmic order. The notion of bearing burdens echoed through the tales of deities such as Geb and Nut, where the earth and sky were personified in an eternal embrace. The merging of these ideas reflects a deep-seated understanding of balance and responsibility in governance and the natural world. Artistic depictions from this period often illustrate these themes, with images of gods and goddesses in dynamic poses, symbolizing their roles as maintainers of order. The hieroglyphics conveyed narratives of struggle and harmony, resonating with the idea that strength is not merely physical but spiritual and communal. In the temples, rituals invoked the essence of Atlas, seeking favor and stability from the divine forces. These practices underscored the importance of interconnectedness between humanity and the cosmos, emphasizing that the burdens carried by the divine were shared by all who dwelled under their watchful gaze. The Fates occupy a unique position in mythology, embodying the inescapable threads of destiny woven into the fabric of existence. In various cultures, similar figures manifest, illustrating a universal understanding of fate's role in human life. In Roman mythology, the Parcae parallel these ancient figures, tasked with spinning, measuring, and cutting the thread of life. Their presence reinforces the notion that destiny is not solely a personal journey, but rather a collective experience shared across generations. In Hindu tradition, the concept of karma serves as an equivalent, where actions dictate the course of one's life, intertwining individual fate with the broader cosmic order. This principle reflects the interconnectedness observed in many belief systems, revealing a shared understanding of the consequences that shape existence. In the Norse tradition, the Norns hold a similar role, three female figures who govern fate with meticulous attention. They carve the destinies of gods and mortals alike, emphasizing that every life is subject to a predetermined course, one that cannot be altered, only accepted. These figures, representing various cultures and mythologies, echo a common theme: the acknowledgement of forces beyond human control. The legacy of these beliefs persists, serving as a reminder of humanity's eternal quest to comprehend the nature of destiny and the intricate web that binds all beings to the cosmos. Archaeological findings provide insights into the historical accuracy of myth, particularly regarding figures like Atlas and the Fates. Excavations in this region have uncovered artifacts that hint at ancient practices and beliefs, illuminating how these figures were perceived by past civilizations. Pottery fragments depict scenes of Atlas bearing the heavens, illustrating the physical embodiment of a cosmic burden. Such imagery reflects the cultural importance placed on the themes of strength and endurance. Inscriptions on stone tablets reveal hymns dedicated to the Fates, suggesting a ritualistic reverence for the control they wielded over human lives. These texts indicate that the ancients sought to appease these deities, seeking guidance in their daily struggles. The presence of altars and offerings at these sites reinforces the notion that belief systems were deeply intertwined with everyday life. This region's ongoing research continues to unveil layers of meaning surrounding these mythological figures. The symbolism associated with Atlas and the Fates transcends mere storytelling, offering a glimpse into the existential questions that plagued ancient societies. Ritual artifacts unearthed from burial sites further demonstrate the significance of these myths in the afterlife beliefs of the time. Each discovery contributes to a broader understanding of how mythology influenced societal norms and individual behaviors, shaping the course of history itself. The psychological impact of belief in fate pervaded ancient societies, weaving itself into the very fabric of daily existence. Individuals often found solace in the notion that their lives were guided by predetermined forces, instilling a sense of purpose amid the uncertainties of life. This belief provided comfort, allowing people to navigate the vicissitudes of existence with a resigned acceptance. The understanding that fate was inescapable fostered a communal bond, as shared stories of divine intervention and destiny reinforced cultural identity. In regions where these ideas flourished, individuals expressed their reverence through rituals and offerings, seeking to appease the forces that governed their lives. Temples and altars became focal points, where hopes and fears were laid bare before deities believed to wield control over fate. The act of worship transformed personal anxieties into collective strength, fostering resilience against adversity. Some societies embraced fate as a guiding principle, creating philosophical frameworks that emphasized the significance of virtue and moral conduct. Believing that such actions could influence their destinies, others regarded it with trepidation, viewing the whims of fate as capricious and beyond human influence. In every instance, the interplay between belief and psychological well-being shaped social dynamics, influencing everything from governance to interpersonal relationships. And the artistic legacy of Atlas permeates various forms of expression, reflecting humanity's fascination with endurance and strength. Statues carved from marble and bronze stand as silent sentinels, depicting the Titan in moments of both burden and triumph. These sculpted figures embody the weight of the heavens, capturing an essence that resonates through time. In many ancient cultures, they served not just as art, but as emblematic reminders of resilience. Paintings from various epochs illustrate Atlas against celestial backdrops, often intertwining his figure with the cosmos. Such depictions explore themes of fate and responsibility, inviting contemplation on the nature of human existence. Artists employed rich colors and meticulous details, conveying a sense of reverence towards the mythological figure. The brushstrokes narrate stories of struggle and hope, inviting viewers to reflect on their own place within a vast universe. Literary references to Atlas echo throughout classical texts and modern works alike, weaving a narrative thread that connects diverse interpretations of his character. These narratives delve into philosophical inquiries about burden and destiny, fostering a deeper understanding of human agency. Over centuries, the myth has inspired countless poets and playwrights, each offering unique perspectives on this enduring symbol of strength. Thus, the legacy of Atlas transcends mere representation, becoming a profound exploration of the human condition itself. In comparative mythology, Atlas resonates with various figures burdened by the weight of existence. This figure embodies the struggle against fate, paralleling deities from diverse cultures who grapple with predetermined destinies. The Fates, often depicted as three sisters, weave the threads of life, determining the course of individuals and civilizations alike. Their influence permeates the narratives of ancient Greece, where the interplay between divine will and human agency is a central theme. In this context, Atlas stands apart, representing a unique defiance. His role as a titan tasked with holding up the heavens extends beyond physical burden. It symbolizes a confrontation with one's destiny. This region of mythological exploration reveals a shared understanding of struggle that transcends cultural boundaries. Many societies feature figures who bear the weight of the world, reflecting universal themes of endurance and resilience. The Fates, a court for their unyielding control over mortal lives, often find their authority challenged by those who resist. Such narratives illustrate the tension between individual choice and cosmic order. This quiet conflict manifests across various mythologies, showing how cultures interpret the balance of power. In essence, the stories surrounding Atlas and the Fates invite contemplation on the nature of existence, exploring the delicate interplay between fate and free will that has intrigued humanity for millennia. The heavens served as a vital reference point in Greco-Roman belief systems, shaping the worldview and cultural narratives of the time. Celestial bodies were not merely physical entities, they embodied gods, represented divine order, and influenced the fate of individuals and nations alike. The night sky, filled with stars and planets, was often perceived as a celestial map, guiding the decisions of mortals. Astrology held a significant place in daily life, with the movements of celestial bodies considered pivotal in determining auspicious times for events such as battles, harvests, and marriages. This reliance on cosmic rhythms fostered a sense of interconnectedness, where the fates of human beings were intertwined with the divine machinations of the heavens. Each star was imbued with meaning, often linked to various deities, reinforcing the idea that the cosmos was a living entity that responded to human actions. In literature and art, this connection manifested through allegorical representations, Ashen art, where celestial phenomena were depicted as reflections of human emotion and experience. Temples dedicated to celestial deities dotted the landscape, serving as sites for worship and observance. Rituals aligned with celestial events sought to invoke favor and protection, illustrating the profound respect accorded to the heavens. Such beliefs not only structured religious practices, but also informed philosophical inquiries, leaving an enduring legacy in the realms of mythology and thought. The interplay between fate and free will drew the attention of various philosophical schools, with Stoicism and Epicureanism emerging as two prominent perspectives. Stoicism posited that fate governed the universe with a rational order, where individuals were encouraged to accept their circumstances with equanimity. This outlook emphasized virtue and wisdom as pathways to live in harmony with the inevitable, viewing emotional distress as a response to misalignment with nature's design. In contrast, Epicureanism offered a different interpretation of fate. It highlighted the importance of individual agency and the pursuit of pleasure as the highest good. While acknowledging the existence of fate, Epicureans believed that one could navigate life's uncertainties through rational choices and the cultivation of friendships. They viewed the cosmos as a random assembly of atoms, suggesting that fate, while present, did not preclude the power of human decision-making. The distinct approaches of these schools reflect broader cultural attitudes toward destiny. Stoics accepted fate with a sense of resignation, finding solace in the understanding that one's reaction to events mattered more than the events themselves. Epicureans sought to maximize joy, advocating for a life rich in experiences, emphasizing that the fleeting nature of existence allows for freedom in how one shapes their own narrative. Both philosophies left an indelible mark on subsequent thought, shaping conversations about the nature of existence and the human experience within it. The Fates occupy a crucial role in the destiny narrative, embodying the inextricable link between women and the shaping of fate. These figures, often depicted as three sisters, weave the threads of life, determining the destinies of gods and mortals alike. Their actions resonate throughout ancient texts, illustrating a profound understanding of the complexities of existence. Each sister plays a distinct role. Clotho spins the thread of life, Lachesis measures it, and Atropos cuts it, symbolizing the intertwined nature of creation, measurement, and termination. This region's cultural lore reflects a reverence for feminine power, suggesting that women were not merely passive observers of fate, but pivotal agents within its narrative. The Fates represent a duality of strength and vulnerability, showcasing the potential of women to influence both personal and cosmic outcomes. Their presence in mythology emphasizes the significance of female experiences, often overlooked in historical discourse. In visual representations, as figures are depicted with precision, often portrayed alongside symbols of life's journey, such as the spindle, further reinforcing their connection to fate. The reverence for these entities indicates a societal acknowledgement of women's roles in shaping destinies, reminding contemporary audiences of the lasting impact of these narratives. In essence, the Fates serve as a testament to the intricate relationship between femininity and the inexorable threads of fate. The influence of fate permeated the political philosophy of ancient Greece, shaping the thoughts of prominent figures. This concept often intertwined with ideas of justice and governance, leading to a distinctive approach to leadership. Philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle contemplated how the uncontrollable forces of fate could coexist within a structured political framework. Their reflections suggested that while human agency exists, it operates under the watchful eyes of destiny. In the city-states, fate was frequently seen as a guiding principle, directing the course of actions and decisions. Rulers, aware of their limited control, often invoked divine favor to legitimize their authority. This belief reinforced the notion that political outcomes were influenced by forces beyond mere mortals, fostering a form of governance that respected both human initiative and the caprice of fate. The tragedies of playwrights like Sophocles illustrated these themes, portraying characters caught in the web of destiny. Decisions made by these figures often led to inevitable consequences, reflecting the philosophical discourse surrounding fate's role in human affairs. Such narratives served as cautionary tales, emphasizing the delicate balance between striving for power and the acceptance of one's place within the cosmos. In this historical context, fate was not merely an abstract concept, but a vital element that informed the principles of justice, leadership, and moral duty within ancient Greek society. These principles found echoes in Eastern mythologies, where the themes of fate and responsibility manifested through different figures and stories. In these traditions, deities often embodied universal principles, and the struggles of mortals illustrated a shared connection with the divine order. Adaptations of the figure of Atlas emerged, reflecting local beliefs while maintaining the essence of bearing immense burdens. In this region, figures similar to Atlas were depicted as guardians of the heavens, tasked with the support of celestial realms. Their burdens symbolized not only physical strength but also the moral weight of guiding humanity. This concept resonated deeply across cultures, as tales of wise rulers and benevolent spirits often highlighted the importance of stewardship. The fates, too, transformed within various Eastern narratives. In some traditions, they appeared as protectors of destiny, weaving the threads of life with an intricate understanding of balance. This idea fostered a sense of interconnectedness, emphasizing that every action reverberated through time. The inevitability of fate, while often seen as a source of anxiety, also provided comfort, suggesting that all events served a greater purpose in the cosmic order. The interplay of these themes across cultures illustrates the universal quest for meaning, responsibility, and the acceptance of one's role within the vast expanse of existence. Atlas emerges as a figure embodying resistance and perseverance, often depicted bearing the weight of the heavens upon his shoulders. This burden serves as a poignant metaphor for the struggle against overwhelming odds, reflecting a shared human experience. In various mythologies, it is not simply the physical load that defines Atlas, but the steadfastness with which he endures the pressure of time and circumstance. Across different civilizations, this character has inspired countless interpretations, symbolizing the trials faced by individuals seeking to uphold their responsibilities. The notion of supporting the cosmos resonates deeply, evoking images of resilience in the face of adversity. The burden, while heavy, becomes a source of strength, illustrating that enduring hardship can lead to profound growth. In literature and art, Atlas represents the eternal fight against fate, embodying a spirit of defiance that resonates through ages. Each portrayal encapsulates the struggle between destiny and free will, underscoring the belief that perseverance holds power over one's path. The enduring legacy of this figure reveals a collective consciousness that values resilience, encouraging societies to confront their challenges with unwavering resolve. Through the lens of Atlas, Avan, the human journey is illuminated, echoing the timeless pursuit of meaning amid the weight of existence. Fate weaves through the narratives of Homeric epics, acting as an omnipresent force that guides the destinies of both mortals and gods. This ancient belief system presents fate as an intricate web, intricately binding the lives of characters to a predetermined course. Within the pages of the Iliad and the Odyssey, heroes confront their fates, embodying the struggle between individual agency and the inescapable nature of destiny. The characters often grapple with their roles in a grander cosmic scheme, finding themselves at the mercy of forces beyond their control. Achilles, driven by personal honor. In this environment, fate does not merely serve as a narrative device, but becomes a profound commentary on the human condition. It raises questions about free will and the extent to which one can shape their own life. The interplay between fate and choice fosters a rich exploration of moral dilemmas, showcasing the resilience of the human spirit within the confines of destiny. This dynamic remains central to understanding not only the characters' journeys but also the broader philosophy articulated through these ancient texts. The transformation of Atlas in modern science and astronomy reflects a convergence of ancient mythology and contemporary understanding. In celestial navigation, the name Atlas is invoked to designate a specific collection of stars and their positions. These stars, once part of a mythological narrative, have become reference points revealing the vastness of the cosmos. In this context, Atlas symbolizes not only the burden of the heavens, but also the pursuit of knowledge that extends into the depths of space. The celestial atlas serves as a guide for astronomers, chronicling the positions of stars and the movements of planets, thus uniting ancient lore with modern exploration. The concept of mapping the heavens is further enriched by advancements in technology, allowing for unprecedented observation capabilities. Telescopes designed for deep space observation reveal galaxies and celestial bodies that were once unseen, enriching the narrative of Atlas beyond the confines of terrestrial myth. This region of astronomical study continuously evolves as new discoveries challenge previous understandings and expand the boundaries of human knowledge. The legacy of Atlas endures, now intertwined with the fabric of science, illustrating how ancient figures adapt and transform to fit the frameworks of modern inquiry. The intersection of mythology and science emphasizes humanity's enduring quest to comprehend the universe and its many mysteries. In Neoplatonism, the fates assume a complex role, intertwining with the notion of divine order and the structure of reality. These figures, representing destiny, are perceived not merely as controllers of fate, but as manifestations of a larger metaphysical framework. This belief system posits that the cosmos is organized according to a hierarchy of existence, where the fates operate within a realm that transcends material limitations. They are often associated with the One, the ultimate source of all being. This connection suggests that destiny is not arbitrary, but flows from a divine intellect, guiding the unfolding of events within the universe. Such a perspective invites contemplation on the nature of free will. The fates embody the tension between predetermined paths and the choices individuals make, highlighting the interplay between necessity and freedom. The philosophical implications extend to ethics and morality. Understanding the influence of the fate prompts inquiries into the nature of human action and its consequences. In this framework, actions are not isolated. They resonate within a broader cosmic order, echoing the interconnectedness of all existence. This profound relationship between individual choices and universal truths fosters a contemplative approach to life, encouraging a deeper appreciation for the intricate web of existence that envelops every being. Wishutu, the fates held a profound significance in ancient Greek rites and rituals, often embodying the inexorable nature of destiny. These deities, known as the Moirai, controlled the threads of life, weaving the destinies of gods and mortals alike. Their presence was invoked during significant life events, from births to marriages and deaths. Rituals dedicated to them served as both homage and supplication, acknowledging the inescapable influence they wielded over human affairs. In sacred spaces, offerings were made to appease the fates, often accompanied by prayers seeking favorable outcomes. These rites were characterized by their somber tones, reflecting a respect for the inevitability of fate. Participants engaged in solemn acts, invoking the Moirai to bless their endeavors or ease the burdens of their destinies. The influence of the fates permeated the cultural fabric, evident in the narratives woven into mythology. Stories of heroes contending with their destinies underscored the delicate balance between free will and predetermined paths. Sites dedicated to these deities, often adorned with inscriptions and symbols, served as points of reflection for individuals grappling with their own life choices. Such practices illustrate the profound understanding of life's uncertainties, capturing the essence of how ancient Greeks navigated their existence within the framework of fate and divine influence. The quiet reverence for the fates remains an enduring aspect of their spiritual heritage. The Titan's legacy permeates post-classical literature, where his figure evolves beyond mere mythological representation. In various texts, Atlas embodies the weight of existence, often depicted as a somber guardian of the heavens. This image resonates with the human experience of struggle and perseverance. Writers from diverse cultures have drawn upon the enduring symbolism of Atlas to explore themes of burden and resilience, reflecting the complexities of their own societies. And medieval manuscripts, interpretations of the Titan, extend into allegorical realms, where Atlas often represents the philosophical inquiries of the time. He is portrayed not just as a celestial figure, but as a metaphor for knowledge, holding up the world as scholars sought to expand the boundaries of understanding. This multifaceted portrayal highlights the dynamic relationship between the myth and the evolving intellectual currents of the era. Later, during the Renaissance, Atlas emerges again, infused with the spirit of humanism. Artists and poets reimagine him, intertwining his image with the pursuit of enlightenment and discovery. The Titan's once solitary burden transforms into a shared endeavor, underscoring the collective ambition of humanity to grasp the universe's mysteries. In these narratives, the Titan stands resolute, a testament to both the timelessness of human aspiration and the quiet acceptance of fate that permeates these ancient stories. The resonance of Atlas and the Fates extends into the realm of medieval thought, where their influence shapes philosophical and theological discourse. Scholars grappled with the implications of predestination and free will, often referencing the Titan's burden as a metaphor for human existence. This period saw an intertwining of classical mythology with burgeoning Christian ideology, creating a complex narrative. These figures evoke contemplation on the nature of destiny, reflecting a society in search of meaning. The Fates, often depicted as weavers of life's threads, symbolize the intricate tapestry of human experiences. Their presence invites exploration of moral responsibility within the framework of divine providence. The concept of fate serves as both a comfort and a source of anxiety, prompting rigorous debate among theologians and philosophers. And in art and literature, the image of Atlas becomes a powerful symbol of endurance. Manuscripts and illuminated texts frequently depict him not merely as a figure of burden, but as a guardian of knowledge and celestial harmony. This perception signifies a shift in understanding, where the Titan represents more than mere endurance. He embodies the quest for enlightenment. The legacy of these ancient narratives continues to inform the medieval worldview, intertwining responsibility, aspiration, and the acceptance of fate in the quest for truth. The incorporation of the Fates into early Christian literature reflects a nuanced transformation of classical themes. These figures, once embodiments of inevitable destiny, gradually adapted to fit within a theological framework that emphasized divine providence. This region, rich with early textual artifacts, reveals how the Fates were repurposed to convey messages of hope and redemption. In this context, they became symbols not of despair, but of the potential for salvation through faith. Writings from this period often depict the Fates as agents of divine will, subtly altering their roles. In such narratives, the notion of predestination emerges, suggesting that the divine plan supersedes mortal understanding. This shift highlights a profound theological evolution, where human agency is both acknowledged and constrained by the overarching power of the divine. The Fates, now intertwined with the concepts of grace and mercy, illustrate the complex interplay between free will and fate. And will quench to enoko, in free will and fate. In various texts, these figures serve as reminders of the transient nature of human life and the eternal nature of divine purpose. The subtle shift from a deterministic view to one that embraces hope and spiritual growth underscores the transformative power of faith. As these ancient motifs were woven into the fabric of early Christian thought, they contributed to a broader understanding of human existence within the divine narrative. The Vinchamedial Rishand tore the figure of Atlas re-emerge as a powerful cultural archetype, Scholars and artists alike began to draw upon this ancient titan, viewing him as a symbol of human endurance and intellectual ambition. In this era, characterized by a burgeoning interest in reason and scientific inquiry, Atlas exemplified the weight of human responsibility in the pursuit of knowledge. The imagery surrounding him often depicted a struggle, the burden of the heavens resting upon his shoulders, representing humanity's quest to comprehend the universe. Literature and philosophy embraced this archetype, using Atlas as a metaphor for the enlightened individual striving against ignorance. His narrative intertwined with discussions about moral philosophy and the nature of social contract. This engagement with ancient symbolism reflected a desire to reconnect with historical roots while redefining the role of humanity in a rapidly changing world. Art from this period portrayed Atlas not merely as a figure of myth, but as a representation of human potential. He became a vessel through which the ideals of strength, resilience, and enlightenment were communicated. In this context, the Titan's enduring legacy was not just about the mythological burden he bore, but also about the aspirations of a society seeking to elevate itself through reason and understanding, navigating the delicate balance between tradition and progress. Romantic poetry often draws on the imagery of the Titan and the Fates to explore themes of struggle and transcendence. This literary movement, characterized by its emphasis on emotion and individual experience, finds resonance in the Titan's narrative. His portrayal reflects humanity's quest for significance amidst the constraints imposed by fate. Poets utilize the Titan as a symbol of resilience, embodying the conflict between aspiration and the inexorable pull of destiny. And the works of these poets, the Fates, emerge as enigmatic figures, weaving the threads of human experience with indifferent precision. Their presence serves as a reminder of the limitations that even the most determined individuals face. This tension between the Titan's strength and the Fates' power invites contemplation on the nature of existence and free will. The juxtaposition encourages reflection on how one navigates the intricate paths laid out by fate while striving for personal fulfillment. Imagery of celestial bodies often accompanies this theme, illuminating the Titan's struggle against the backdrop of an indifferent universe. Such depictions evoke a sense of awe and humility, serving as a poignant reminder of the fragile yet persistent nature of human aspiration. The Titan's enduring spirit resonates within the verses, encouraging a quiet acceptance of one's role in the vast tapestry of existence. This interplay between struggle and acceptance continues to echo in literary explorations of destiny. The reimagining of Atlas in the 20th century reflects a profound shift in artistic and political landscapes. Artists began to depict this figure not merely as a symbol of burden, but as a representation of resilience in the face of overwhelming challenges. In this era, canvases filled with tumultuous colors and striking forms conveyed the struggles of humanity against oppressive forces. These portrayals prompted audiences to reconsider the weight of responsibility, shifting from an individual's plight to collective experiences. Political movements emerged, drawing inspiration from Atlas as a figure of strength. The image of a Titan supporting the heavens resonated deeply with those advocating for social change in murals and sculptures. This embodiment of endurance was utilized to inspire hope and solidarity among marginalized communities. The profound connection between art and activism became evident as artists used the motif of Atlas to communicate messages of liberation and justice. This period also saw the emergence of literature that reinterpreted classical themes. Writers explored the implications of bearing burdens, delving into the psychological ramifications of societal expectations. The Titan's struggle became a metaphor for contemporary life as individuals grappled with the pressures of modern existence. In these narratives, the duality of strength and vulnerability presented a nuanced perspective, inviting reflection on the nature of destiny and human agency. The exploration of Atlas in modern environmental literature reveals a profound connection between ancient mythology and contemporary concerns. This figure, often burdened with the weight of the heavens, serves as a metaphor for the ecological challenges faced by humanity. The imagery of Atlas struggling beneath a heavy sky resonates deeply with narratives surrounding climate change and environmental degradation. In this context, it embodies the tension between human activity and the natural world, illustrating both the responsibilities and consequences of our actions. This region, once teeming with life, now often bears the scars of industrialization and neglect. The juxtaposition of Atlas's eternal struggle with the current plight of the planet invites a re-evaluation of our relationship with the environment. Writers and thinkers draw upon these ancient tales to articulate the urgency of sustainability, emphasizing that the burden of ecological stewardship falls on all of humanity. The resilient spirit of Atlas becomes a rallying cry for collective action, urging societies to confront the realities of resource depletion and climate crises. Literature reflects this ongoing dialogue, capturing the essence of interconnectedness between human fate and the environment. The narratives unfold, weaving together mythology and modernity, reminding us that the lessons of the past resonate in the choices of the present. In this way, Atlas stands as both a symbol and a call to action. The Fates, known as the Moirai in ancient Greek mythology, weave the threads of destiny with an intricate balance of power and inevitability. Each of the three sisters, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, holds a distinct role in the tapestry of life. Clotho spins the thread of existence, Lachesis measures its length, and Atropos decides the moment of death. Their portrayal reflects a complex understanding of gender, where these divine figures possess both agency and a predetermined nature. In various myths, the Fates are depicted as unwavering and impartial, suggesting a neutrality that transcends human emotion. This detachment allows them to maintain cosmic order, enforcing the belief that even the most powerful beings are subject to a greater design. Within this framework, gender does not dictate their authority. Rather, it complements their roles within the broader narrative of life and death. The Fates are often shown in stark contrast to male deities, whose actions are frequently driven by desire and ambition. This distinction highlights a unique perspective on femininity, emphasizing the inevitability of fate over the capriciousness of male power. As custodians of destiny, these sisters embody a calm acceptance of life's transitory nature, inviting contemplation on the intersection of gender, power, and the inexorable flow of time. Their presence in mythology serves as a reminder of the intricate threads that bind existence. Various cultures attributed the course of health and illness to the influence of deities and the unseen forces of fate. In ancient Greece, medicine intertwined with the divine, as practitioners consulted the oracles to discern the will of the gods before proceeding with treatments. Healing temples, such as the one dedicated to Asclepius, became sanctuaries where individuals sought not only physical remedies but also spiritual guidance. These spaces radiated an atmosphere of reverence, filled with offerings left by the hopeful and the ailing alike. In Egypt, the concept of fate manifested through the goddess Maat, symbolizing truth and order. Healing practices were closely linked to maintaining harmony within the body, reflecting the cosmic balance that Maat represented. Medical texts, inscribed on papyrus, revealed a profound understanding of anatomy, yet the interventions remained tethered to divine approval. In the East, practitioners of traditional medicine viewed health as a harmonious flow of energy, influenced by cosmic forces. Illness was often interpreted as a disruption of this flow, a sign of fate intervening in one's life. Rituals and herbal remedies were administered with a profound respect for these unseen elements, emphasizing the delicate interplay between human agency and the predetermined paths. The intertwining of fate and medical practice shaped a rich landscape of beliefs, where the human experience was inextricably linked to the cosmic order. Folklore and oral traditions across various cultures speak of Atlas and the Fates with a reverence that underscores their significance in shaping human understanding of destiny. In these narratives, Atlas, often depicted as a titan bearing the weight of the heavens, symbolizes endurance and the burden of choice. This burden is mirrored in the actions of the Fates, three primordial beings who weave the threads of human lives, deciding the course of existence with a quiet inevitability. Storytellers have woven tales where Atlas's strength is juxtaposed against the Fates' unyielding control over life's outcomes. In this region, legends recount how Atlas once pleaded with the Fates to alter the threads of his own destiny, seeking liberation from his eternal task. The Fates, in their consistent manner, reminded him of the natural order. One cannot escape the roles assigned by cosmic design. These narratives serve as a reflection of the collective consciousness, illustrating the tension between free will and fate. The wisdom passed down through generations emphasizes acceptance of one's path, demonstrating that while choices may exist, their consequences are often predetermined. The stories of Atlas and the Fates resonate with those who confront their circumstances, finding solace in the acceptance of life's intricate design as ancient wisdom continues to echo through the ages. The geographical significance of Atlas extends beyond mere legend. It reflects the ancient understanding of the world. This mountain range, often associated with the titan burdened with the heavens, served as both a physical and metaphorical boundary for early explorers. Rising majestically across North Africa, it offered a natural barrier that shaped trade routes and cultural interactions. The diverse ecosystems within these mountains harbored unique flora and fauna, becoming a source of intrigue for those who ventured into its heights. The rich mineral deposits and lush valleys attracted settlers who established thriving communities. Such settlements became focal points for commerce, connecting distant regions and facilitating the exchange of goods and ideas. These interactions fostered a complex tapestry of relationships that transcended mere geography. Ancient cartographers, inspired by the majesty of Atlas, often depicted it as a symbol of strength and endurance. It represented not only the physical challenges faced by navigators, but also the philosophical inquiries into human existence. The mountains served as a reminder of the balance between aspiration and limitation, encapsulating the eternal struggle between man and the vast, uncharted territories of life. The relevance of Atlas extends beyond myth, intertwining with contemporary themes of globalization and collective responsibility. This figure, burdened with the weight of the heavens, mirrors the pressures faced by modern society as it navigates interconnected economies and cultures. The symbolism resonates deeply, suggesting a shared obligation to uphold the delicate equilibrium of the global community. In this age, the metaphor of Atlas reflects the intricate web of relationships formed through trade and communication. Nations, much like the ancient Titan, carry the weight of their decisions, impacting regions far beyond their borders. The actions of one can ripple through the entire network, highlighting the fragility of this interdependence. The echoes of Atlas remind societies of their capacity to both uplift and hinder one another. These dynamics manifest in various forms, from economic partnerships to environmental challenges. The pursuit of prosperity can lead to unintended consequences, where the quest for growth often overshadows the need for sustainability. In every corner of the world, the legacy of Atlas serves as a poignant reminder of the responsibilities that accompany progress, urging a mindful approach to the shared journey of humanity. This complex narrative invites reflection on how individuals and nations can carry their burdens more thoughtfully, fostering a future that honors both ambition and stewardship. The influence of the fates extends into contemporary philosophy, where their symbolism resonates within the framework of modern existentialism. This connection reflects a persistent inquiry into the nature of free will and determinism. Existentialists grapple with the concept of choice in a world often perceived as indifferent or predetermined, mirroring the ancient portrayal of the fates as arbiters of destiny. In this philosophical landscape, the threads woven by the fates evoke a sense of interconnectedness among human experiences. They serve as a reminder that each decision, though seemingly autonomous, may be influenced by myriad external factors. This interplay raises questions about authenticity and the essence of self in the face of societal expectations and existential pressures. Philosophers such as Jean-Paul Sartre and Simone de Beauvoir explored the tension between freedom and responsibility, echoing the ancient narratives embodied in the roles of the fates. Their reflections invite an examination of the human condition, urging individuals to confront the weight of their choices within the broader context of existence. The legacy of the fates thus remains relevant, offering a framework through which modern thinkers can navigate the complexities of life. This enduring dialogue fosters an understanding that while individuals may strive for autonomy, they are inevitably entwined in a larger web of fate, history, and shared humanity. The intersection of science and the perception of fate has significantly reshaped contemporary beliefs. Advances in fields such as genetics, neuroscience, and quantum physics have introduced new dimensions to the understanding of human agency and predestination. These disciplines suggest that behaviors and outcomes may be influenced by biological and environmental factors, thereby challenging traditional notions of free will. Within this context, individuals often grapple with the implications of scientific discoveries. The understanding that certain traits may be inherited or influenced by external conditions creates a nuanced perspective on personal responsibility. This region of contemplation has led to debates surrounding ethical considerations, particularly in genetics and artificial intelligence, where the line between choice and determinism becomes increasingly blurred. In modern society, the impact of scientific progress extends beyond academic circles, permeating everyday life. Public discourse frequently reflects this tension as people seek to reconcile their desire for control with the realities of structured systems and probability. The narratives woven through popular culture often explore these themes, presenting stories that resonate with the complexities of human existence. This evolving discourse invites a reassessment of fate, allowing for a broader understanding that incorporates both the deterministic aspects of life and the nuances of personal agency. The relationship remains dynamic, shaping how humanity perceives its role within the grand tapestry of existence. Atlas emerges as a profound source of inspiration within various modern art movements, reflecting humanity's ongoing struggle against weighty burdens and existential questions. Artists draw upon the mythological figure, translating the weight of the heavens into visual narratives that resonate deeply with contemporary audiences. This exploration often manifests in abstract forms, where the essence of Atlas is distilled into shapes and colors that evoke feelings of both strength and fragility. In this context, the figure of Atlas becomes a symbol of resilience, often depicted in monumental sculptures and expansive canvases. These works invite contemplation on the human condition, addressing themes of responsibility and the quest for balance amidst chaos. The act of carrying the world transforms into a metaphorical dialogue, bridging the ancient with the modern. Art movements such as Surrealism and Expressionism have notably embraced this motif. Through distorted forms and vivid imagery, artists articulate the tension between individual aspiration and collective obligation. The resulting pieces serve as reflections of societal anxieties, capturing the essence of burdens borne by humanity. This connection to Atlas fosters a deeper understanding of personal and collective journeys. It emphasizes the enduring relevance of myth within the contemporary landscape. As artists grapple with the complexities of existence and the myriad ways individuals navigate their own realities. Through this lens, the legacy of Atlas continues to inspire, shaping the artistic narrative of the present. The Fates, often depicted as three weavers of destiny, embody the intricate concept of time within ancient thought. Their names, Clotha, Lachesis, and Atropos, signify the span of life from its inception to its inevitable conclusion. This triad illustrates a profound understanding of existence, where every thread represents a life, entwined with the past, present, and future. In this region, time is perceived not as a linear progression but as a cyclical phenomenon, seamlessly blending moments into an eternal continuum. These figures guide the destinies of gods and mortals alike, each fulfilling a distinct role in the cosmic order. Clotha spins the thread of life, initiating the journey. Lachesis measures the length of that thread, determining fate's duration. Atropos, the final arbiter, severs the thread, marking the end of life. This relentless cycle reflects the ancient belief in predestination, where human agency intertwines with divine will, a concept still resonant in modern philosophical discourse. Artistic expressions from this period frequently depict these deities, showcasing their influence on societal values. The reverence for time and fate manifests in sculptures, pottery, and literature, serving as reminders of humanity's connection to the greater cosmos. In the quiet shadows of these ancient civilizations, the Fates remain a testament to the enduring quest for understanding the nature of existence. The legacy of Atlas extends into the age of digital media, where the myth has not only persisted but adapted to contemporary sensibilities. This figure, once a symbol of burden and endurance, now finds new iterations across various platforms. Digital art, literature, and social media breathe life into the ancient narrative, reimagining it for a generation captivated by visual and interactive storytelling. These reinterpretations often emphasize themes of resilience and responsibility, resonating deeply with a society grappling with challenges such as climate change and social inequality. Within the context of this era, Atlas embodies the collective weight of global issues, urging individuals to reconsider personal agency and communal responsibilities. Online forums and discussions perpetuate the myth, transforming it into a catalyst for activism and awareness. Connecting ancient wisdom with modern dilemmas, the representation of Atlas has also evolved in popular culture, showcased in films and video games that merge mythology with technology. Such portrayals create a bridge between past narratives and present realities, inviting reflection on the cyclical nature of human experience. The digital landscape serves as a canvas where the essence of this ancient figure is explored and celebrated, ensuring that Atlas remains relevant in the discourse of identity, heritage, and duty. This continual reinvention underscores the timeless quality of myth in shaping human thought and culture. Atlas stands as a monumental figure within the realm of myth, embodying the weight of nations and the struggles of humanity. This titan, burdened with the heavens, Earth, represents not only the physical endurance of civilizations but also the philosophical ideals that underpin national identities. In various cultures, interpretations of his character reflect a society's values, aspirations, and challenges. The duality of Atlas, both a bearer of celestial spheres and a symbol of perseverance, mirrors the complexities found within national narratives. In some traditions, he serves as a reminder of the consequences of hubris, while in others, he embodies the hope for resilience in the face of adversity. This ambivalence allows him to resonate deeply with diverse populations, offering a shared symbol of struggle and strength. In many instances, the myth of Atlas becomes intertwined with the geographic landscapes of nations. Mountains and seas are often named in his honor, further solidifying the connection between the figure and the identity of a place. These landmarks serve as silent witnesses to the stories of those who have come before, each generation adding layers to the mythos surrounding Atlas. As time flows, this figure continues to inspire narratives that explore themes of responsibility, sacrifice, and the pursuit of greatness, reflecting a collective memory that shapes the essence of cultural identities. The presence of the Fates interweaves with the fabric of various mythologies, embodying the complex nature of destiny and human experience. In Greek mythology, they are depicted as three sisters, each playing a distinct role in the weaving of life. Clothus spins the thread of existence, Lachesis measures its length, and Atropos cuts it, signifying the inevitability of death. This imagery resonates through countless cultures, manifesting in diverse forms yet maintaining a core essence of determinism. In Roman traditions, the Parcae fulfill a similar role, guiding the fates of mortals with a blend of compassion and impartiality. Their influence extends beyond the Western canon, appearing in the narratives of the Norse Norns and the Hindu concept of karma, where the balance of actions shapes one's destiny. Such representations evoke a universal understanding of life's unpredictability, where the interplay of free will and fate remains a timeless contemplation. These mythological figures serve as reflections of societal values, encapsulating the hopes and fears of civilizations. They remind humanity of the delicate balance between choice and the threads of fate, offering insight into the shared human condition. The reverberation of their stories continues to shape cultural dialogues, emphasizing the profound questions surrounding existence and purpose in an ever-changing world. The influence of this ancient figure extends well beyond myth. Contemporary spirituality often draws upon the symbolism of Atlas, invoking themes of burden and resilience. In various New Age practices, the weight of the world he bore is interpreted as a representation of individual struggles. This connection fosters a dialogue about personal empowerment, suggesting that each individual possesses the strength to transform their burdens into sources of growth. Symbols associated with Atlas, such as the globe, appear frequently in spiritual contexts, suggesting a collective interconnectedness. This region of thought emphasizes the unity of all beings, echoing ancient philosophies that celebrated the interdependence of life. The notion that one's personal journey contributes to the collective experience resonates deeply in modern spiritual communities. Practitioners often engage with the mythos of Atlas through meditation and visualization techniques, using the imagery of holding up the world as a metaphor for their own challenges. This approach encourages introspection and self-awareness, inviting individuals to confront their limitations while recognizing their potential to reshape reality. In this evolving landscape, the ancient narrative continues to provide a framework for understanding the human experience, bridging the gap between past and present. The legacy of Atlas remains a significant touchstone, illuminating the enduring quest for meaning and purpose in an increasingly complex world. Destiny intertwines with personal narratives, shaping the journeys of individuals as they navigate the intricate paths laid out before them. In this ancient context, the figure of Atlas symbolizes burden and resilience, embodying the weight of expectations placed upon one's shoulders. The fates, with their unyielding threads, dictate the course of lives, weaving destinies that seem preordained. This relationship between Atlas and the fates reflects a profound struggle between agency and inevitability. Throughout history, individuals have frequently grappled with their roles within the grander design of existence. Choices made in defiance of fate often manifest as pivotal moments, revealing the complex interplay between free will and predestined outcomes. The narratives of countless lives echo with the essence of struggle against an inexorable force, creating a rich tapestry of human experience. In this region of thought, the stories of figures like Atlas serve as reminders of personal responsibility amidst the broader cosmic order, whether through acts of defiance or acceptance. These narratives illustrate a shared human endeavor to forge meaning despite the constraints of destiny. As such, the notion of fate, while seemingly absolute, opens the door to a myriad of interpretations and understandings, enabling individuals to find their place in an ever-evolving landscape. The weight of Atlas, thus, is not merely a burden, but a catalyst for introspection and growth. This intersection of myth and science fiction offers a unique lens through which to view the figure of Atlas. In contemporary narratives, it embodies a silent sentinel, often portrayed as a harbinger of resilience amid existential threats. The transformation from a figure of classical mythology to a futuristic archetype illustrates an enduring relevance, where it serves as a metaphor for humanity's struggles against technological and environmental challenges. In these futuristic landscapes, Atlas is reimagined, not merely as a giant bearing the heavens, but as a symbol of collective responsibility. The burdens once thought to belong solely to the individual are now shared among communities, echoing the ancient tales where cooperation and unity were central themes. The weight Atlas carries becomes a representation of the ecological and ethical dilemmas faced in modern society. This region of storytelling reflects a duality, where ancient wisdom meets speculative innovation. Here, the narrative does not shy away from the complexities of human existence, instead embracing them as opportunities for growth. The idea of Atlas evolves further, merging with technology, suggesting that the burdens of the past can be alleviated through advancements in understanding and cooperation. In this way, the legacy of Atlas transcends time, prompting reflection on the responsibilities of both individual and collective existence. The interplay between Atlas and the fates reveals profound insights during global crises. Historical accounts illustrate moments when civilizations faced existential threats, punctuated by the weight of responsibility Atlas bore upon his shoulders. In these challenging times, collective action often arose in response to shared burdens, mirroring the mythological Titan's enduring struggle. The fates, with their unyielding threads, wove narratives that echoed the fragility of existence, emphasizing the delicate balance between fate and free will. This region, marked by ancient ruins, bears witness to societies that once flourished and fell in the face of adversity. Each stone, eroded by time, encapsulates the stories of those who grappled with the heavy hand of destiny. Crises can catalyze unity, drawing individuals into a shared purpose, reminiscent of Atlas supporting the heavens. Communities often rise in resilience, echoing the ancient Titan's silent endurance. Insights from these civilizations suggest that in the face of overwhelming odds, the potential for regeneration persists. The fates may dictate certain paths, yet the human spirit possesses an innate ability to adapt and respond. This dynamic between weight and response informs the legacy of Atlas, offering a nuanced understanding of how responsibilities shape the course of history. The cycles of rise and fall serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness of existence, guiding modern reflections on societal resilience. This connection extends to contemporary discussions surrounding climate change, where the figure of Atlas emerges as a potent symbol of burden and responsibility. It embodies the weight of environmental challenges faced by humanity. The notion of sustaining a world increasingly affected by climate change resonates profoundly with the ancient narrative of Atlas. This figure, condemned to uphold the heavens, reflects the pressing need for modern society to bear the responsibility of stewardship over the earth. In various dialogues, Atlas represents the struggle against overwhelming forces, echoing the plight of communities grappling with rising sea levels and extreme weather patterns. They are often left to navigate the complexities of adaptation and resilience in a rapidly shifting landscape. The imagery associated with Atlas serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of ecosystems and the urgent call for collective action. Organizations and movements draw upon the symbolism of Atlas to inspire solidarity and a sense of duty, emphasizing that the fate of future generations rests upon current decisions. This shared burden can foster collaboration, encouraging diverse groups to unite under a common goal of sustainability. The ongoing discourse intertwines ancient myth with contemporary realities, reinforcing the idea that the weight of the world remains, urging a conscious approach to enduring challenges. The philosophical discourse surrounding fate and ethics in modern society reflects a profound engagement with age-old questions. This introspection highlights the recurring themes of determinism and free will. Drawing from the wisdom of ancient civilizations, ethical frameworks emerge as society grapples with the implications of these concepts, influencing notions of responsibility and moral agency. In this context, the influence of ancient texts can be observed, where the interplay of divine will and human action often raises complex dilemmas. The legacy of these philosophical inquiries continues to shape contemporary debates, as thinkers navigate the delicate balance between predestination and personal choice. These discussions resonate in various fields, from psychology to political theory, each exploring the nuances of human behavior and societal structure. The quiet reflection on fate invites a critical examination of ethical decision-making, urging individuals to ponder the consequences of their actions. It encourages a deeper understanding of how choices are informed by historical legacies and cultural narratives. This ongoing dialogue serves as a reminder that the past informs the present, revealing the interconnectedness of human experiences across time. Through such exploration, a richer comprehension of collective human existence emerges, fostering a sense of responsibility towards shaping a more ethical and conscientious future. The dialogue remains vibrant, echoing the thoughts of those who came before, reminding society of its enduring quest for meaning and understanding. Ancient myths have found renewed relevance within contemporary culture, reflecting a collective yearning for connection to the past. The resurgence can be observed in various forms of art, literature, and media that draw upon these timeless narratives. This intersection of old and new fosters an environment where these traditional tales are reimagined, allowing modern audiences to explore their depths. In this region, adaptations of mythological stories have emerged across television and film, often infusing contemporary themes with age-old wisdom. These retellings resonate with individuals seeking to understand their own lives through the lens of archetypal characters and universal conflicts. The figures of gods and heroes serve as mirrors, illuminating facets of human experience that remain relevant across epochs. Literary circles have also embraced these ancient tales, weaving them into modern narratives. Writers are increasingly incorporating mythological elements, creating a dialogue between past and present. These literary endeavors evoke a sense of nostalgia, while simultaneously questioning the foundations of identity and morality. The fascination extends to academic pursuits, where scholars delve into the complexities of these ancient stories, exploring their cultural significance and psychological implications. The interplay between historical context and contemporary interpretation enriches our understanding of humanity's shared heritage. Through this resurgence, ancient myths continue to shape the contours of modern consciousness. The intersection of ancient myth and contemporary life highlights an enduring legacy that transcends time. In an age dominated by technology, the figures of Atlas and the Fates retain their significance, serving as timeless symbols of human struggle and predestination. This region, rich with historical resonance, invites reflection on the ways in which these narratives adapt to the digital landscape. Many individuals find themselves drawn to the archetypal burden carried by Atlas, representing the weight of modern responsibilities and aspirations. It resonates deeply as the pressures of contemporary life, both personal and societal, echo the ancient Titan's plight. The Fates, too, embody the complexities of choice and destiny, prompting discussions around the implications of artificial intelligence and algorithmic decision-making. These myths are not merely relics of the past, they are reinterpreted to fit within the framework of today's challenges. Digital platforms allow for the exploration of these narratives in innovative ways, fostering a collective introspection that bridges generations. The increasing reliance on technology invites a reconsideration of agency and fate, as individuals navigate a world that often feels predetermined. In this evolving narrative, the ancient stories of Atlas and the Fates maintain their relevance, grounding contemporary discussions in an understanding of the human experience throughout history. The enduring legacy of Atlas and the Fates permeates various facets of human thought, transcending time and culture. These figures continue to symbolize the weight of responsibility and the intricate web of destiny that shapes existence. In literature and philosophy, Atlas embodies the struggle against burdens, representing the human condition's inherent challenges. This region of thought evokes contemplation on the efforts made to bear the weight of one's choices. The Fates, conversely, serve as a poignant reminder of the limits of control. They weave the threads of life, illustrating the delicate balance between free will and predestination. Their influence can be observed in modern discussions on determinism and the unpredictability of life's journey. Such reflections often emerge in the quiet corners of academic discourse, where scholars dissect the implications of autonomy within a framework of historical narratives. Artistic expressions, too, echo these ancient motifs, infusing contemporary works with themes of struggle and inevitability. This connection to the past enriches the current understanding of human experiences, allowing for a dialogue between ancient wisdom and modern realities. The exploration of these archetypes invites a deeper examination of personal and collective narratives, fostering a continuous engagement with the fundamental questions of existence. They remain integral to our understanding of ourselves and the world that surrounds us.